Yeah, everything is good, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ravi.
Okay. So here what is that? We are calling that what? Authentication manager, right? So now by taking the help of what? It's implementation class, right? This one only. Copy this one only. Come here, pass this one in the argument itself only, right? And here what we will do it now? Here what we will do it now, friends? Hmm? Here we will take what is that user dot
User sir.
user dot user request, right? User request. 1 minute, I'll remove both. Here it's asking what is that two argument, right? What is that? We will take the reference, right? Copy this one and come here dot get username, get username, and here what is that?
User request dot get password.
User request dot
Get password.
get password, right?
Yes,
Get password. Why this one is giving the problem? The method username. Why it's saying that undefined we imported na user request, user response. I don't want this one. Why it's creating?
string type username and password if it is required.
Hmm?
This method is want username and password as a string type.
Hey, I'm doing the mistake. See, this is the object now, so we need to take new. But still,
Return manager dot not
uh,
return.
we will return it. But first, that is different problem is there, na? Why this one is taking
Maybe
like?
which type of argument it is required?
Sorry,
Which type of argument it is required?
string.
String type.
Yeah,
T is there, I think so.
1 minute.
T replaced with
This is the response, right?
string.
Where 1 minute, friends. Okay. This is the controller, and what is that? User request, user response, right? This is the request class.
Response entity of T.
String, right? Here, let's take other.
String type.
Component,
Uh,
both the classes.
the response entity of T is there, no sir. String
Hmm?
replaced. String
Sorry,
response entity of string. Response entity of string. Public response entity of method name, sir.
public.
String
Maybe
type
line number 33.
You are talking this
Line
one.
number
33. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
No, that's wild card. No?
T replaced by string.
No, boss. It will return what? See, why I said later we will write. This one will response entity, right? User response we will return there.
Okay.
We will return response, user response as a output, right? User response. User response object we will return. That's why I was not modifying, right? And this one will
Okay.
convert, our response entity will convert this data, whatever data will be there, those data in the JSON format, right?
Okay.
So 1 minute, response entity we took, right? Response entity here, no need, right? No need the @ component, no need @ our Spring will take care those things.
Do we have to configure an app config?
Hmm?
Do we have to configure this app config? Because
App,
it is there in undefined.
Mm. Application configuration we need now itself only. No need, I think, right?
Because it's still in undefined. So we have this a predefined method also. We have to configure.
Hey, we not imported at all. That's why we are getting. Now it's gone, na?
Yes, sir.
Our brain processing is becoming slow. See how this small mistakes we are doing, na? Yeah. Okay, no issue. People, because if I'm teaching like
Last
this, the
time
people,
it was not showing to import.
huh?
Last
Yeah,
time it was not showing to import.
yeah. We forgot, right? We forgot to importing that one. That's why we are getting right. Some time happened, friends. Okay, this is the coding, right? This is the coding. Some time happened, no issues, right? So after then what? After like getting that right. After getting, see what process is happening. After then what we are doing now, after taking this authentication, what we are doing now, it will communicate with what is that users detail service, right? And it will hit that, and it will return back again. What is that? It will return the what is that response, right? Response. Then what we again it will communicate with what is that? This object, right? This object. Come on. Hmm? So after getting that, what we will do it now here itself only, because we will return the response na. We will return the response. So here what we will do it now, we will generate token. We will generate what? Token here itself only. How we can generate the token? For that we will make our what is that util class here also itself. Util class also we will make a auto add, right? Come on, then only we can perform the operation in utility class, na friends. Come on, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So now what we will do it now, let's make this one as what is that? Private JWT util, right? Make this one as a what? Auto add. Make this one as a what? Auto add. And one more things, let's check here, right? Where we wrote the utility class. This utility class also will give the problem. We not applied what is the @ component, right? Come on. We need to apply. We need to apply. Otherwise, what is that? We will get what? Error, right?
Yes.
Because because of this problem only, our application only will not run, na? So that's why. So here what? Where that controller come inside the controller, let's develop it, right? So here what is that? We will generate the token here itself only, right? So using the help of what? Utility class. So how we can generate it now? How we can? JWT util, or let's change the name. Let's take some convenient name. JWT util. Here JWT util dot. How we can generate now, friends? We wrote generate token method na. Come on.
Yes.
We generate, right? And what is that? How we can generate it? We will take the help of what is that? User request. Whatever user request will come, dot how we can get user, right? Get username, right? Come on. And this one will return what?
Yes.
String. What is the token na? Come on, this method will return the token na. Come on. See boss, whenever we will call this
Yes,
method,
yes.
whenever we will call this where that method, whenever we will call this method, what is the responsibility of this method? To generating the token, and this method only I'm calling there. And what is the return type? It's a returning the token, right? So that token only I'm holding here. Come on. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
After then what we will do it now, next step, what we will do it now, we will give the response, right? We will give a response, right? Response, we will give response. How we can give the response now? How we can give the response now? Let's take what is that response in a single line only I'm doing, right? Response entity, response entity I'm taking inside that what dot okay I'm taking, right? Dot okay I'm taking, and inside that what we will do it now, let's send the user response, right? User response, which is which one we wrote, right? Which one we wrote here itself only. Response, user response, this one only we are returning. Come on. User response only, right? Here already we wrote, not just now we wrote here where that this object no, this one user response. Come on, status plus token we will return na to end user. Come on.
Yes.
People are becoming totally lazy. So we will create a new user response,
User
right?
response.
User response. Okay,
Yes.
so in the response, user response, what we will do it now? Request response, right? Constructor we took, right? Now in the argumented constructor, what is here itself only, we will write the return the,
No arguments.
let's take the argumented one, right? Argumented one. So inside that some messages we will write success, success, right? Just let's write success, and what is that? And we will send the token also, right? We will send this token, we will send this token, we will send this token, right? Come on.
Yes, sir.
And here what we are returning now, see, this is the return type, friends. Okay, this is the return type, and this is the input. And what is the input? This one is the input, and this one is the output, right? So this one is the output, and this one is the input, user request. Come on. So that's why I took
Yes,
here
sir.
in this method, in the controller, what is this? Is the output, and this is the input na. Come on.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes.
Yeah, so now, but what is that? This one we need to activate, friends, right? We need, what is that? Authentication manager. We need to what? We need to activate. We need to activate. So how we can activate it now? How we can activate it now? Open Spring Security, right? Open our what? Spring Security. So in that one more method is there, friends, right? In that one more method, Alt Shift S plus V. Alt, what is the method now? What is the method now? Authentication manager is there, right? What is the authentication manager is there? What is that? Authentication manager is there or not? We will override this one. We will override that. What is that? Authentication manager here itself, right? And we will make this one as a, what is that? @bean.
Bean.
@bean. We will make this one in the security class, friends, right? In the security class, we will make this one as a what? @bean. Clear? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Just only one person is like activated, right? What about others?
Yes, Ravi.
Hmm?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Because this application is what? Stateless application, right? And what this method is doing now? What this method is doing now, friends? This method is doing for what? This method responsibility is what? Because we should, right? We should what? We should we should add what is that extra, this method is what is that extra method. Extra for what is that, for for what is that non-form, because here we are not using the form concept, right? Form concept is not there, means login concept is not there. Non-form login,
Okay. Okay.
non-form login, right? Non-form login concept, because here we are using what is that non-form login, right? Non-form login concept, non-form login concept. Here what we are using now, here we are using stateless things, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, sir.
Stateless things, right? Stateless things. So that's why what we are doing now, we are overriding this method. That's why we are overriding this method now. Okay, good. So after then what next, what we will do it now, friends? Now let's work on this area. Now in this time is came for what, working on this area also, right? This area also. So what we will do it now, what we will do it now, friends? So we will last time how we are writing this one, people are remember that, because little bit the now you guys forget about that other thing, but these for these things people are already familiar, right? Come on, people are already familiar with this concept, right?
Authorization we will give.
Hmm?
Authorization we will give in this method.
Yes. So authorization level we are giving, right? Authorization level
Yes,
we are giving. So but what we will do it now, friends? Here also we want what is that authentication manager. So little bit focus on this area, right? So how we will work on this area now, let's see that, right? So now don't focus on this one, right? Don't http why I'm doing now, later I will tell, right? Later I will tell. Just crf c csrf. Now don't think about that, right? Don't think about later explanation I will give about. One session will be there on this one, right? I'm disabling this one, right? Now dot, right? Now dot I'm giving, what is that, authorization.
Using that one, we can use the get and put both type of method. No?
Yeah, later we will discuss about that, what is that, right? So now don't focus on this one, but here we need, right? Here we need, that's why I, but by default this one is enable, I disabled this one. Okay, so dot what is that, dot authorization, right? Dot what is that, authorization request. Dot what, authorization request I'm taking now. After then what next we will do is that aunt matcher, right? Aunt matcher, aunt matchers. Inside that what we will do it now, friends? Aunt matchers, inside that what we will do it now, we will perform the how many methods are there? Two methods we still in our controller, right? Two methods are there. What is that? One is the save, another one is what, a user controller save. A I forgot to write what,
The
at
controller
the
is
rate,
also.
what is that? This is the login, right? Login method. So what we will take it now, at the rate
Get method.
post,
Get method.
sorry,
Request.
why we will take the get, because the credential will come na. See, sorry, request will come in the JSON format, right? Hmm?
Yes.
Come on.
For login, we are putting username and password.
Yeah, because we
Just
are
the post
using the
method.
login, right?
Login form, yes.
Yeah, we have the credentials for info.
So for that we will take what is that, post method, right? Why we will take the get method? No. Hmm?
No, post method only.
Yeah, we will take a post method, and here what I will take here, let's take what is that, login. Let's take this one as a what, login, right? Because login things we are performing here, right? So login, I'm taking the login. So first what is that, first a save is there, right? So what is that, user and a save,
User.
user and a save, right?
Yes, sir.
So close this one, close this one also, user response also. Now come here, close the security util also, user response, and this one also don't need. Yeah, so here in this one, what we will do it now,
User,
slash we will take what is that first user slash what is that save method, right? Save, save, right? Save. Okay, another one more is there, right? So let's take what is that user slash login,
login.
login, right? These two methods, so anyone can save and anyone can log in, right?
Submit
So,
all.
sorry, yeah, so anyone can, what is the login, right? So what we anyone can get login things, right? So what we can do it now, we will give what is that permission all,
Submit
right?
all.
All permitted.
Permit all, right? Permit all. Okay, fine, permit all. After giving that permit all, next what we will do it now, next what we will do it now, so now after then, because here login is not, login form is not there na, so because login method will not come here, so login method will not come here, right? So but here what is that, we are performing stateless operation na friends, come on. Hmm?
Yes, Ravi.
we
Yes,
are
Ravi, yes.
we are performing the stateless operation. So what we will do it now, we will activate the stateless things in our what application. Then what will happen now, then what will happen now, control shift T, authentication manager is there now, its implementation class is what, its implementation class is what, user password authentication token will activate. Then what, then user name authentication password token will activate. For that purpose what we will do it now, to so for that purpose what, dot and, right? Oh, dot and, right? Dot and what we will do it now, session management, session management, right? Session management dot what we will call, what we will call session dot session creation policy will be there, right? Session creation policy will be there, session creation policy will be there, because until unless if we not disable, our application will not, right? Sorry, if until unless if we not activate stateless things, right? Then what will happen now, our application only will not run, our application only will not run, right? So fine friends, so next what we will do it now, next what we will do it now, next let's write what, write what is that, let's give what is that argument inside that, right? Argument inside that. So how we can give that argument, so now session creation policy dot stateless, see suggestion is showing now, it's having what is that in
Yes, Ravi.
enum type, what is that multiple all, allows if resources never stateless,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But I want what is that stateless
Yes,
behavior, I want what is
yes.
that, to make this application as what stateless. So for that what we will take, stateless enum property we will take, right? Fine friend,
Yes,
this
Ravi.
is the, this one is done. But in case of, just what we will do it now, in case of, if just assume that at the time of what, at the time of what, if any exception will come, right? At the time of what, running our application, what, any exception will come, how our end user will know, no he, our end user will yeah, our end user don't know, right, that exception, right? So what we will give, some informatically things we want to provide our end user na, come on, some information we want to provide, right? Hmm,
Yes,
right.
yes.
Yes, Ravi.
Hmm. So for that what we will do it now, but we took here it's taking, right? But it will not activate by default, or it will activate session policy, right? Session policy will activate or no, just I'm analyzing 1 minute. It's came right. Dot and dot session management we took. Okay, fine. Then session creation policy we applied stateless. We applied, right? Just I'm analyzing one things, friends. Okay, because I want to, because if we are running this one, stateless and our policies creation will happen. Fine, these things is happening. Later, if any exception is occurred in our application, then how we can handle this? How we can handle, that is the question, no? Okay, user detail in case of the error. Session management, session policy creation, session management, session policy creation, and okay, so these things is fine. How I can present you people can catch easily that things, that is the question, no?
Yes, Ravi.
Because I want to present that things in the easiest manner. Okay, so directly if I write, then the code in here itself the code will increase, right? For that purpose also we want to write one, because I want to handle the exception also. I want to handle the exception also. I want to handle. Okay, so dot and let's take and again dot exception handling, right? Let's take exception handling with a parameterization, right? Exception handling. I'm taking our non-parameter only. Let's take non-parameter, right? So after then what we will do for that, because if I'm writing the code here, because in the security configuration, if more code is there means application performance will reduce. If application performance will reduce, that is also not good things. Okay, so what we will do it now, friends, we will write one class, right? We will write one more class. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, right click. For the exception purpose I'm writing, friends. Okay, means if invalid credential will come, for that purpose I'm writing. So here what is that, let's take entry. Let's take what is that, entry, and let's give what is that, invalid what is that, authentication, invalid authentication entry point, right? Point, invalid authentication entry point. Now finish it. Okay, so now apply on the top of what, at the rate component, at the rate component, right? Because if we forget, then it will be the problem. Authentication, invalid authentication entry point, right? And what we will do it now, authentication point here, instead of taking directly here authentication point, what we will do it now, we will implement here, that is the interface, right? Control shift, let's first see that, right? Let's first see that what is that, authentication, authentication what, authentication entry point, entry point, authentication entry point, right? It's having what is that, common method, right? It's having common method. It's taking what is that,
One message.
HTTP servlet request, HTTP servlet response, and what is that, authentication exception. Our servlet concept only will be there, but that one only based on, by taking this interface only, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to perform the operation. I will write the logic. So implements what, implements authentication implements what, authentication authentication entry, right? Entry point. Okay, fine. It's having what? One abstract method. What is the abstract method, friends? Control Shift V, that is the common method, right? I overridden that method. I overridden that method, right? Inside that, what I'm going to do now, let's write the exceptional logics, right? Exception logics. Okay, so here what is that? If just I'm writing that what? If what is that? Response. If response dot what is that? Send error. If response is sending error, error, right? No, something wrong. Directly let's return it, right? Directly, but because this is directly, let's response, right? Let's take the response because request will come dynamically. Let's take the reference of response directly, right? Control V dot what is that? Inside that send error method is send error method is there, right? Send error method is there. In the send error method we can pass directly, right? Directly some HTTP servlet response, or we can write we can use some predefined things also, right? Like what is that? What I'm saying now? 404 means if error is there, right? Means what? Means what? We can give what? We can give unauthorized, right? Explicitly. How we can write un, AUN AUTH, right? ATUHORIZED, right? Spelling is correct, friends? Unauthorized. Yeah, I think spelling is correct.
Yeah, correct.
Yes, sir, correct, correct.
We can write like this also, or we can use what is that? Again, response. We can we can write what is that? Send a dot, send error. Okay, let's take another argumented, two argumented in a, yeah, let's take this one. Send error, we can use what is that? HTTP servlet response, right? Okay, HTTP, open the HTTP servlet response class, open the HTTP servlet response class. Inside that, what is that? HTTP servlet response. Yeah, response only I open na. One minute. Where encoded URL is there, content header is there. Okay, servlet request response, servlet response is there. Yeah, see this sendry error is there, right? Come on, sendry error is there, right? If you open this sendry error, this declaration is where now? Open the sendry error implementation. 1 minute. Check not for modification, HTTP servlet response, wrapper responses. I want to show sc dot found, right? I want to show that predefined things. Sc dot not found, right? Not founds, where that constant variable. 100 status code, 100 type, no, 100 control shift, where it is, yeah. Where that common control F. 1 minute, friends, right? Control F. What I'm going to do now, I want to search what is that? 401. 401 is there. We are not able to find it. I think 401 isn't there. Okay, no issues. So here, let's take what is that. Let's take what is that. I'm taking what? Direct servlet style I want, right? Copy this one. Copy this one. Servlet response dot C. Yeah. Dot SC, right? SC is there, right? Dot SC underscore unauthorized is there. Underscore unauthorized, right? I'm taking unauthorized, and here whatever message we want to send, those message also we can send it, right? So like invalid invalid user please please check data, right? Data, this message we will get. If invalid user is there, then what is that? Unauthorized means what is that? 404 only, right? Come on, status code people are remembered, friends. Status
Yes.
code. So like this, right? Like this, and then what we will do it now, we will make this class as a auto word in our what? Security. We will make this class as a auto word in our security, right?
Yes, sir.
Here we will make this one as a what? Auto word private. Now authentication point, let's take authentication point itself only. Make this one as a small first letter and make this one as a auto wire. Oh, make this one as auto add, but okay, import it. Now here what we will do it now, friends. Yeah, now exception, right? Now exception things, let's implement it, right? Exceptions, session management, sorry, yeah, session creation policy. No, sorry, exception handling, na? Because session management policy is there. Yeah, exception handling. Then we will call what? Then we will call this method, right? This one, authentication point, right? Call this one here itself. After calling that authentication point, after calling that, what we will do it now, we will pass authentication point, we will pass that what? Authentication point itself only, right? We will pass this one as a what? This one as a argument. This one as a argument. We will pass this one as a argument. Make this one as a dot. That's why it's giving the problem. Yeah, this one is done, friends, right? This one is done. Let's run and let's see that the thing is working as expected or not. Okay, because it's taking too much time now. Come on.
Yes, Ravi. Well,
Shall I
Yes,
run?
Ravi.
Shall we run this application, friends?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, yes.
yes, Ravi.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
continue next week.
Yeah. Right click, run our Spring Boot application. Yeah, our application is ready now, friends, right? This one yesterday we sent, now let's send it. Yeah, one user is saved in the database, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Now open
Yes,
the
Ravi.
database.